All in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, all in the wrist, I never switch.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Ready. Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all. Keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, stay back. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Keep the flow.
Coach, we have a damp and rainy afternoon in the tri-state area as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium in the Garden State of New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Darnold. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaquille Barrett in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Watch the slant.
3rd and long. It's Darnold. He's going to have the hook up to Burnett. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
We're going to set.
Drop deep, drop deep. Check 50, check 50.
Darnold running the option to the right side. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On 2nd down, it's Bell. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 11. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. 54.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
57. Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
On 2nd and 9. Locke. Got a man open. It's Sutton. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Check 25. 6-6. Pull it high. Go. Snap.
3rd and 2. Locke's going to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Steps away to his left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And they are going for it. Darnold under pressure now. Darnold, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He completes this to Sutton.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Lindsey. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And McManus able to put it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Here we go. Here we go. Kill.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
After the run, now Darnold to throw. On the catch, it's Crowder. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking.
On the counter, here's Bell. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Slam. Check 31.
Here's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
We're going to sign. Boy, 51. Red 80. I'm coming after you.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. This one caught by Crowder. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
A first down run for Bell, not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Darnold's throw caught here by Enunwa. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Darnold from the gun. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Von Miller, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Darnold. And he's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches. There's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Lock now on first down. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The kick by McManus is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Hey, lock it.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. Well done from a safety to come up there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle, too.
Yeah, he actually played into his position, didn't he? He's the strong safety. That means being near the line of scrimmage, cleaning up the run game, almost an extra linebacker, and he relishes the opportunities to put a big hit on a runner.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score Broncos 20, Jets 7.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
At the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
53 is mine. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Hey, Alpha.
Kill. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
Back to throw, Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Slam. Jim.
Now they'll toss it to Bell running left. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 43. 36.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Let's go. Number 53. Mike 53.
On 1st down, Bell. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Check.
Play action. It's Darnold. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Shaquille Barrett, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You draw closer. Hey, Zoo. Hey. Get it.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. Got a man open. It's Sutton. 11 yards there. 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Locke's throw caught by Sutton.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
A pass there complete to Sutton. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Under 10, 10. Say. Gone. Big grip.
Now a carry for Lindsey. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Check 13.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth.
No.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll go again with Bell. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Darnold now to throw. A screen to Bell. Room here to run. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now it's Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Go, son. Mike 51. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Darnold to throw again. And this one complete to Burnett. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Deontay Burnett, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here I come again. Here I come.
To throw is Locke. And that'll be incomplete.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his 2nd incompletion, and we're in the 4th quarter.
He has been locked in, laser-focused all throughout this one, hasn't he?
Certainly has, and he's gotten some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at a bare minimum. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Locke. He completes this to Sutton. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. 1-possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Like 22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mike. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Alert flare. Alert flare. Flare. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Like 22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mike. You got to get the ball. Can you get the ball right here?
One last throw now for Darnold. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right.